Hey guys, how are you doing today? So, in the last video we made this PHP calculator. Now, all this calculator does is adds, subtracts, multiplies, and divides. It's not that much. Like, if you go out to a store, get a decent calculator, it could do a lot more. So, today what we're going to do is we're going to learn more advanced math functions that we could do in PHP. So, this is just a little page I created, and just to show you a few other stuff that you could do. So I enter a number, so let's say it's 7 point something, like I'll just make it random, and I click submit. Then what happens is it generates these it generates stuff about this number. So the absolute value of this number is this. The rounded value is 7 because the number was 7.06, so that is the 0, rounds down. The square root, and it times pi, the seal, and the flow. And if you guys don't know what these stuff is, like the seal, the flow, the square root, and all that, just hang tight. I'm going to tell you soon. So this is the page that you were just looking at. So let's not make stuff confusing, and let's comment this out. Actually, let's do it from scratch. So first what we're going to do is start with the PHP tags, and then we're going to declare a variable and make it number, and we'll make it a random number. And then what we're going to do is we're going to end the PHP tags. Now first thing is we want to get the absolute value. So now the absolute value, what is the absolute value, just in case you don't know? The absolute value is how far it is away from 0. So basically what the absolute value is, it makes a negative number positive. Basically, it's how far the number is away from 0, and you could never be negative away from 0. So you can't be minus 1 away from 0. You'll be 1 away from 0. Okay? So what we have to do is we have to type in A, B, S. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 parentheses because this is a function. And then what we're going to do is we're going to copy this number, and we're going to put it in here, and just put an echo in front of it. My home key is not working. Okay, it was echo. And then let's debug this. So whoops, it's on this. So let's refresh this. So what the number was is, this was the number, and it gets the absolute value. So now you notice it's the same as the actual number, because this is how far away it's from 0. Now because it makes a negative number positive. So if I make this a negative number, look what the absolute value will be. It's still positive. And I did in fact refresh the page. Okay, so next what we want to do is we want to round the number. So this is a big long number, and we don't want it to be that long with decimals. So what we have to do is we have to round it. So to round it, we have to type in round, and then type in number, and then semicolon and echo it. So when will this be helpful to use in PHP? Well, recently I was making a rating system, 5 star, 4 star, 3 star, 2 star, 1 star, and I had yellow and black stars, and if it was a 5 star and a 4 star, and it was like if it wasn't a whole star, I used the round function to round it. So this is how you round it. So let's see what it equals. So let's round this, and it equals -6. I should have put an enter so you guys could see this better. So let's make it an enter in front of it. So to start the new line. And now let's see, -6. Okay. So now we're done with the round, and now what we want to do is the square root, cause yes, I mean you can't really do the square root by hand, so you need a calculator for it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna press Control Shift down. And what that does is it basically copies and pastes the line of code. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this to square root, so SQRT, I think, yeah. So what we're gonna change this to SQRT, and the square root is what two numbers equal this number. So the square root of 4 is 2, because 2 times 2 equal 4 is equal to 4. So the square root of 4 is 2. So let's see what the square root of this is. So let's refresh this, and it's nan, and nan is not the right answer because square roots can only be positive numbers. So I'm going to take out the negative. So now let's do this, and this is the square root. Okay, now what we want to do is something. What did I want to show you? Oh, the seal and the flow. So what we're going to do is going to change this to seal, and what the seal is, you could remember it by sealing. Sealing is on top, and the seal, what it does is it rounds the number always up. So let's say I'm giving you $1. I don't want to give you, well, let's say I owe you 57 cents. I don't want it to round down, so I have to use the seal to round up. So if you owe me 10 cents, you can't give me, and you don't have change, so you have to give me $1. You won't give me $0. So when you're giving money, you always round up and to get change. And then the flow is the exact opposite of the seal, and it rounds down. So let's see that. So the seal of this number is 6, and the flow of this number is 5. So let's see. 6 and 5. So now what we did is we learned pretty cool math functions that might be useful for you. Probably saying it's not useful right now, but maybe in the future it will. So let's wrap it up. Okay, that's all. Bye.